Hey guys, welcome to a very quick episode of Trading Bitcoin. Mostly because it's about 12:30 at night here in Singapore. I was pretty much at the event all day, just got home like 10, 15 minutes ago. Couldn't really update anyone on Bitcoin. So I figured, you know what, with all this price action, let's do two-a-days for now if I can. Not going to be any Q&A today. We'll just, do it real quick. I'm not even going to turn on a camera today, just going to go straight to screen share. Please learn trading. If you're going to be trading, please learn trading. I'm helping you learn trading. In the educational tools, please go to learn trading. I always get the question, what the hell are those numbers above the candles and below the candles? That's all fully explained in section 6. And if you want those numbers on top of your candles, you want to go ahead and head on over to the consulting section where that is fully explained, okay, right here in consulting. So go ahead and read that over. And if you want some hands-on explanations, please attend one of my trading seminars. The one in LA is already sold out. The one in New York is actually starting to get fast. I mean, like 10 seats have already been taken in New York. I haven't even had time to update my website. DC not selling out as fast, but I'm pretty sure I'll sell the profile. That's about it. Let's go to the charts. I'm still getting praise for my $7,500 bottom call, so thank you. All right, chart. So the current price of Bitcoin on Bitstamp is 9,161. You can see that the weekly candle remains somewhat bearish. It's looking better. But what, like I said in this morning's video, you want to take the top of this candle, which is the opening of 11,685. You want to take the low of that candle, which is 7,600, right? So that's a $4,000 difference from the open to the low. You want to cut that in half, which is about $2,000. So you want to add 2,000 from the low, which means that by Sunday night, you really want this candle to close above $9,600, which is very possible, So I want to see this candle close the week above 9,600, and then I will be even more bullish. Let's look at the daily. The daily is looking pretty good. You now have a green candle following the hammer candle that got you very close to my line. Hold on 1 second, guys, before I forget. Thank you, Ahi, for your very generous donation. Let me read your comment real quick before I move on. When will the shitcoin consolidation happen? Does Bitcoin need a third layer solution killer app that replaces a shitcoin use case? It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. You'll get here. All right. So earlier today, when it came to daily candles, I had said that I become very bullish when the daily candle starts trading above the prior candle's high. And that clearly happened, at current prices. And then we went all the way up to 9,477. So at this point, I believe that the bottom is in. And you can definitely take a stab at a bullish trade if you haven't yet. Now, where is the first piece of resistance in this bullish trade? The first piece of resistance shows up at the bottom of the triangle, okay? And that's where you will need to be a little bit careful. I'm gonna, move this arrow up a little bit, right? So that is the first piece of resistance by traditional trading. In fact, I'm actually gonna count the candles, right? Because, we're 5 on the downside. Can we get a 9? Can we get a red 9? Well, maybe. The red 9, actually, this is a good thing that the 5 is a very strong candle. We would need the 8 candle to close below the 4 candle, which can still keep us in a bullish environment. And then a 9 candle, we need to close below the 5 candle. So let's see how we're going to be getting out of this mess But for now, this is bullish. I mean, the volume can use a little bit more work on this daily candle, but it's okay. Volume isn't the main predictor here. So now that we're trading above the prior candle, this makes me very confident that the bottom is in. Now, right before I went off to my seminar for the day, I sent out the following tweet. Let's take a look at this tweet. Oh, pin this. This was a tweet I sent out. Now that BTC USD intraday low is clear at 7,600, we need to stay above 8,000 on both intraday and closing basis before considering additional lower targets. So as long as we stayed above 8,000 this afternoon, I'm considering that the low is in, okay? And then I say we need one more Bitcoin bounce with volume like yesterday of current 4-hour candle to kick off reversal, okay? So let's go to the 4-hour chart, and let's take a look at when I sent that tweet. When I sent that tweet, look at this candle right here, right? This candle is looking a little bit scary because if this candle goes down below this red line and closes there, like it's holding 8,000. Like this line is, where's this line? This line is about 8,200 on Bitfinex, which means it's about like 8,000, 8,100 on normal exchanges. So I needed Bitcoin to hold 8,000. And as you can see, right after I tweeted it out, it bounced, okay? Now, the volume is still somewhat weak, which is unfortunate. But you also see this green line that I had. And going above this green line puts you in a much better bullish position. Now, if you had missed the buy the dip, at the time the market indicator is telling you that it's safe to go long once the 2 started trading above the 1, okay? So once again, there should be a bullish trade on the table. If you entered this bullish trade with the 2 trading above the 1, where is your stop loss? So I'm going to delete these lines at this point. Maybe I'll leave that one. Your initial stop loss should probably be below the swing low, but that's a pretty big difference. I would actually already set this to below the entry candle. So that is the current stop loss on the current bull. Now, why do you think we took a little bit of a break from, we got to about 9,500, and now we slumped down back to 92.72. Let's go take a look at the 1-hour chart. And my followers should not be surprised that we just had a 9-candle run-up, and boom, you have a red arrow, and you have a little bit of a slump, okay? So what do we look for when we have a 9? Oh, man. Put the wrong thing on. When we see this 9, the most likely outcome is actually a 1 to 4 candle correction, and then we go to the upside. Okay. And you should be confident in this upside the moment you start trading above these highs. Thank you, Lady Luck, for your donation and your comment that you've been watching me for 1.5 years. That's about how long I've had my own YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you, Tamakazi. And also, thank you to Bitcoin Buddha. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your generous contributions. So also, as you can see here, you have a little green arrow, timed the little bounce off of the poor man's cup and handle nicely. And this is what was worrying me a little bit, like going like this line right here, going below this blue line would have been very, very painful. And I would have had to come up with some low level targets below 7,500. But because we were able to stay above 8,000, I don't have to consider lower targets for the time being. And now we have to start looking at upper targets. So where are these upper targets? Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. So the upper target on the 4-hour chart now becomes the 54-hour moving average, which currently sits in the $10,400 range, and will probably come down over the next few candles. Also, look for a 9. Look for a green 9 on the 4-hour. The 4-hour has been very good with these 9s. You can see it right here on January 20th, a 9 reversal. You can see it right here on January 24th, 9 reversal. And you can see it right here on January 27th. There's a reversal of the 9. We did have a 9 on the downside, so that was cool. I was like hoping I'd see a 9 with an arrow. It came 2 days after the low, or the day after the low, and there was a aggressive 13 a couple of days before the low. Granted, there was a big difference there, but at least it told you something to look for. Would have been nice to get a 13, but probably not in the cards now. So now I'm looking for a 9 on the upside, gives me a potential sell point, okay? On the daily, I'm looking for a hit back to the drop down point. This is going to be a tough piece of resistance now. And that point is in the vicinity of 10,000, right? So while, and here's another like quick lesson to you guys, right? So 10,000 wasn't significant at all on the way up, at all, which is why I had full confidence that 10,000 was not going to be able to hold the price. But it held the price 1, 2, 3 times, right? So now, even though 10,000 was totally useless on the way up, 10,000 is formidable resistance because it played the role of support enough times, making you this descending triangle. So now, the 10,000 should act as formidable resistance. Okay, so let's see what happens. That's pretty much it. The 1-hour chart should be on a little bit of a break, and then we go up. Feel confident once we break out to new highs above the close. Keep an eye on this 200-hour moving average. Oh, one more thing I forgot. So recently I had switched my 200-day moving average into 128-day moving average. But as was pointed out to me, which I didn't even need it, if I would have left my 200-day moving average on there, it acted as support perfectly, not so much in Bitfinex, but in Bitstamp. I believe it acted significantly better. Let me see here, Bitstamp. Right. So there's the 200-day moving average on Bitstamp. So that was another point to help you time the bottom, even though I didn't really need it in order for me to do it, but it could have helped other people buy the dip off of the 200-day moving average. Let me go back to Bitfinex, only because all my arrows are there and stuff like that. Bitfinex. There you go. So I'm putting the 200-day moving average back for now, and I might go back to the 128-day moving average. Now, there's going to be a huge resistance cluster here, so don't expect us to go back to 15,000, in a minute and a half. There's formidable resistance that we're going to have to break through one at a time, and we'll probably get there. All right, thanks, guys. No Q&A today. I'm tired. I gotta do a little bit of work, and then I gotta, get to bed. Thank God traditional markets are closed, so I don't have to deal with that. I still have my trade going. If you want to, support my work, please head on over to the affiliates and referral section. And if you are, I don't know why these pictures aren't coming up on my end. They'll come up on your end. So if you want to support, please use my referrals and discounts. And I started putting in my Amazon shopping list. So go ahead, click on these links if you are going to sign up or buy any of these products. All right, cool. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next one.